So, as I mentioned at the end of my Batman Sprukits review, I went ahead and picked up the Master Chief Halo figure, their level 3 kit, a couple days ago. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'm real excited. It's because I've been on a bit of a Halo binge lately. Started about maybe 2 months ago. I dug out my copy of Halo Anniversary Edition for my 360 and gave that a good playthrough. And around the same time, I picked up an Xbox One. And just this week, the Halo Master Chief Collection came out. The remastered HD remix compilation of all four Master Chief Halo games thus far. There's a little bit of additional bits here and there to kind of tie it in with the upcoming Halo 5, which will be coming out next year. But haven't really gotten much into that yet. I think there's a new character that was introduced in Halo 4 that gets kind of a little more spotlight in Halo 5, and they're kind of setting that up a little bit with this compilation. But it's a really good-looking set. The Master Chief Collection is. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't played the first game because I already finished it before I bought it on my 360. But the anniversary upgrade of Halo 2 looks stunning. Just stunning. It's fantastic. Gameplay is exactly the same. It's just as hard as it always was. It's just got, a new spit polish and looks tremendously fantastic. Halo 3, since it was already HD for the 360, just got like some lighting upgrades, and that's really about it. Halo 4, I don't think really has gotten much of an upgrade at all since it was such a recent game anyway, and it pretty much pushed the limits of what the 360 could do. So there wasn't really that much upgrading necessary for the Xbox One collection. But we're getting off topic here. Because I've been really hyped about the Halo series again lately, that was why I went ahead and I grabbed this. Also, the fact that it was the last one on the shelf, I didn't know if I was going to find another one. So I figured I might as well grab it while I've got the chance. So, let's get a look. Box is the very same sort of design as the Batman box. Got a render of Master Chief over here. Some beauty shots of the completed model in various poses. I really like how they do this exploded view. Kind of lets you get an idea of what to expect before you ever even open the box. So clearly it's well designed, well articulated. Hopefully it's at least as good as the Batman figure is. And since Master Chief doesn't really wear a cape, I don't think we're going to have the same kind of problems we had with Batman's cape. 161 pieces, which is precisely the same number as Batman came with. Rest of the box basically the same. Sides have some warnings, more warnings. Box bottom, same as with Batman, has it's the same exploded view of the model with a completed render next to it, as well as many of the same pose photos and some more action shots, like close-up shots of jointing and weaponry, and a nice shot of his head. Also, I forgot to mention on the Batman model, it's got some size information, time investment, like a scale of like how difficult based on how much time, how much detail, and how much articulation you can expect. So this is, you can see, is very, very high on that scale. And you see here it's a level 3 kit. Same warning as came with the Batman kit. Make sure you only remove the parts when they're needed, essentially. Not that any skilled modeler would ever need to know that, but hey. First up, we're getting into some armor parts. These look like mostly legs and thighs. Molded in a really dark green. like a really dark olive drab. That's one thing about the redesign Master Chief's armor got in Halo 4 is the color palette got a lot darker in the first 3 games, and I think especially in the first game, his armor was much lighter, and I think that's actually the case just in general with the color palette in Halo 4 is everything got much darker. But detail looks good. Got the same problem as we had with the Batman, that some of the parts are kind of coming loose a little bit, but so far nothing's missing. Touch wood. We got our chest plate. Nice big fat chest plate. You can see they got the dent in his armor that has been there since Halo 3. It's curious. In the background information for Halo 4, supposedly Cortana, the AI, while Master Chief was in stasis, redesigned his armor, but for some reason decided not to patch up that little dent. But that's purely to explain away why his armor looks so different in Halo 4 versus in Halo 3. I wasn't sure immediately which version of the armor this was going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's based on Halo 4. It looks much more angular and beefier than it did in 3. Also, you've got the helmet halves, which look like they have inserts for... Oh yeah, they got clear parts. We'll get to those in a minute. I'm guessing these are probably sleeves for the upper arms, forearm gauntlets. I'm not really sure. Maybe side, like hip armors. We got our clear parts. 2 separate visors. I'm guessing... It doesn't look like it's intended to be like maybe one versus the other. It looks like it's probably a layered design, so this one probably goes on the inside. It has notches to match up with the slots in the helmet, and then this one probably fits over top of it. It's got some textured detail on the underside. You might kind of be able to make that out on the video. It's kind of got like a polka dot texture. To simulate the greebly kind of textured design of Chief's face mask in the 4th game. Should be interesting. I hope it plays out well when it's assembled. We got some mechanical parts, a lot of joint parts. I'm guessing these might be either knee or... No, these are probably the feet. I think the armor parts for the feet probably fit around that. Similar kind of mechanical jointing for the torso, lower waist, probably knee components, ankle joints maybe. One of them is very loose, but still, so far nothing is missing. I like the way Bandai does these hollow parts. I think these are probably for the upper arms, bicep areas. So it's a single part, but you can see there's a hollow inside where it would connect. Yeah, a lot of mechanical parts. I'm seeing very similar engineering to Batman. Not the same runner, obviously, but sharing a lot of the same engineering. And molded in ABS. We got some weapons here. We got the standard assault rifle, battle rifle, which is one of my favorite weapons in the games, and took forever for me to start to feel that way. I could never get used to the 3-round burst early on, but I've kind of grown to get used to it, and I've turned into quite the headshot master. Handsets, looks like probably the same 5 individual hands, fists, gripping hands, and 2 pistols, 2 of the signature Magnum pistols. So I'm guessing for dual wielding. They all look really good, though. I really like the upgraded designs for the battle rifle and the assault rifle in Halo 4. Still like recognizable based on their designs from the earlier games, but a little bit bulkier, a little bit chunkier. Um, and I like that the battle rifle has an accessory rail on the top. It's actually it's actually molded like a Picatinny rail, which is really cool. We got the instructions, which we will set aside and look at the end. But next up, we got some gray mechanical parts. These look like parts of the bodysuit. So you got midsection, more midsection, some probably hip joints, shoulder joints. I got kind of I really like the texture to these parts. Like a lot of really neat detail, really well molded, which, like, even on the sides of these parts, like there's still defined texture to them, which is really difficult to do with injection molding. Bandai was really on their game with molding these parts. It looks really, really great. Some more bodysuit parts. We got some undersuit parts for the thighs, the knees, which have molded arrows in them, so I'm guessing those probably aren't on the in-game model. Those are probably just so that the builder can identify which end is up. We got his butt, feet, the actual tread on the bottom of his boots. I'm assuming these are the actual hip joints. Maybe some ankle joint parts. Not really sure. Polycap set. Same exact set as came with Batman PCA02. Nothing more to say about it that I didn't already say. The set with that kit was great. I'm sure it'll be great with this one. Slightly different display stand as came with Batman. The actual strut, I think, is identical, but the base is a little different. It's the pedestal that the strut actually attaches to is a little bit raised. And I think that's probably because Master Chief is much taller than Batman, being an engineered human. I think he's like 8 feet tall in armor. So it would need this extra centimeter or so just to meet his waist, since he's so much taller than Batman would be. The attachment strut also is a little bit bigger. The plug that fits into his waist is a little bit longer. And this, not quite sure. I'm guessing maybe that might be the panel that swaps out, so that you can attach the stand, but I'm not totally sure. And we got some stickers. I assume these probably go on the base. Not sure why they didn't include any bat logos or whatever with Batman, but whatever. Just plain chrome sticker for under the visor. Some stripes, markers, like model numbers, etc. I think mostly for the weapons. These are probably for the scope for the battle rifle. And readouts, actually, for both the battle rifle and the assault rifle, which is a very nice touch. Every Master Chief action figure I've ever owned, and I've owned one for probably every single game, has never included that. So that's a nice touch that they added that. Finally, the instructions. Same exact format as with Batman. Gonna get this box out of the way. Front has the same render as on the box. Open it up, and everything's color-coded the same way. Starts with the head and then the torso, and you can see all the runners are all color-coded. Starts with the same directions, with same steps. It's all fairly standard, but still neat to see. It's I'm eager to see how the engineering of this is different from Batman. But just based on looking at the parts, I'm very hopeful. But what do we got? We got after the legs, then you do the midsection, the abdomen, which I always complain about. I really need to get over that, but I don't know why. I just can't. It seems super dumb, but whatever. And then finally, last page is weapons, assembly of the display stand, and that's it. So I'm pretty excited. This looks great so far. Based on just a quick glance, I think this is going to be at least as fun, if not more fun, than the Batman build. And looking like I'm not missing any pieces. Can't say for certain until I actually build it, but I don't remember seeing any empty spaces on the runners. In fact, that one that I pointed out, I think was the only one I really noticed that even looked like it was out of place. It looks like it's going to be a really fun build. But more so even than Batman, which I really think could stand a coat of paint. This one especially, I'm thinking when I go home at Christmas, I might bring my airbrush and my compressor back, and in the spring sometime when it warms up, I might try and paint this, because I really think he could do with a coat of paint, because that armor, that Mark 6 battle suit that he wears has been through hell. It's the same armor that he's worn in 2 and 3, and which 3 goes directly into 4, so he hasn't even had time to change. He's been wearing this armor continuously for 3 games. And in fact, in the final cutscene in Halo 4, you see him take it off for the first time. So that is literally the first time he's taken it off in 3 games. Because where is he going to find the time? He's been fighting a war. He hasn't had any downtime. So I really think this suit could do with like a really good paint job, like beat it up. And I'm really eager to do that. I really want to do that, but I don't have my airbrush because it's still back home in Victoria. But like I said, I might try and bring it out with me when I come back here after Christmas, and see if I can find the time to do that. But it's looking like it's going to be a really fun build. I can't imagine it's going to take very long. Like Batman only took like less than an hour. This one's probably going to be about the same. But hey, sometimes quick builds are the most fun because you get to enjoy them as a toy right away. Like the build, a more advanced build, yeah, like the build is the fun that you get out of that. But something like this, like the Batman, like they're posable action figures as well as being model kits, more so even than a Gundam kit. Like these are meant to be played with, I think. So I'm really eager to get this started. So I'll probably do a review of it, same as I did with Batman, in 2 to 3 days, maybe this weekend. Should I find the time? It is my birthday on Saturday, so I may not have the time. But if I do, I will definitely try and get that. I will try and get that done and posted this weekend, at the latest. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this thing. Which reminds me, actually, side note, I mentioned in my last video I was toying with the idea of getting a new cape made for Batman. I talked with my friend Graham, who is a prop maker and costumer for a local theater, and ran my idea past him, and he's going to see what he can do. Probably going to need to actually give him the figure so he has the measurements and has an idea of how to do it, but with luck, might be able to get that done in time for Christmas. Fingers are crossed. And if/when I do, I will definitely post an update video. Also, I got a comment on that Batman review asking if there was any parts replacement information on the instructions or on the box for Batman for that missing ankle guard. I have not been able to find anything, but I'm going to do some digging, see what I can see. From what I understand, Bandai is usually pretty cool about that sort of thing, so maybe I'll get lucky and be able to get that piece replaced. If not, whatever, I'll just put him in a crouching pose and you won't even be able to tell. Anyway, I'm going to get started on this. I don't think tonight, probably tomorrow. Feeling like playing some Halo, not building some Halo tonight. So, thanks everyone out there for watching. Happy modeling.